Yes, good morning. What is your name?
Well, my name is Sunil Kumar.
Sunil, where do you live?
I live in northern part of the country, uh, in Unna district, at the village of Taliban.
In a village named Dhaliwal. What kind of place is it?
Uh, it is
Beautiful
it
place
is a beautiful place because there is a river uh, flows near the town.
that flows through the town.
That flows through the town, which makes the town very beautiful.
Okay. What is the most interesting part of your village?
Well, if I talk about the interesting part of my village, so it would be uh, a village pond which is very famous in Unna district. Lots of people come to that pond to see the view of the pond because it has great facilities for the children and the elder ones.
Is it a pond of neat and clean water?
Yes, definitely. It is very neat and clean.
The water there is very neat and clean.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of jobs do people do in your village?
Well, in my village, there are good numbers of army officers and the businessmen and
People are having their own setups
people are having their own setups and most of the people employed as a
in a government
in
sector.
the government sector, and many people do the daily activity for.
Right, it is. We are talking about, you are saying that most of the people are in government job, but some are also having their own business. And would you say it is a good place to live?
Yes, definitely. It is a very good place to live because of all the people have calm and kind by nature, and all the people who live in my village are very helpful to others.
Are very helpful to others. Okay. So now I am having some questions on library. Do you have any library in your city?
Yes, there are two library in my city. Both library are very popular in my town.
Right, you could say that one library is in my school and another is a journal library, and the name of the library is public library, that is for the common people. How often do you go to library?
Well, quite often, as I am
A
student,
student.
I usually spend time to study, and if I
I
get.
usually spend time in the library to study.
Yes, I study. Whenever I get chance to go to the library, I usually go there and study the regarding material of my study.
And study the material related with my studies. When did you go to library last?
As I remember yesterday, I went to the library because I yesterday it was a
I was working on some project.
I was working on my on a project, and I need some books.
I needed some books.
I needed some books regarding the project, and because of that, I went there to get some information about my project.
How can we get more and more people to use library?
Well, we can.
First, it is important that library should have good infrastructure.
First, library should have good infrastructure and the
So that the people could sit there and enjoy their studies in a comfortable manner. Secondly,
secondly, the charge of the library should be free. So more
as
than
entry to the library should be free.
the entry of the library should be free, so everyone can
Make use of it. And moreover, if the library is digitalized, I believe that it will invite more youngsters to the library. Do you think government's money for libraries should be spent on some other better things?
Um, Repeat.
Do you think government's money for libraries should be spent on some other better things?
Well, I believe that government should spend their money on the library, because there are so many towns there are where not a single library is constructed, and government should work on that system, and government have to build a single library in a particular village.
At least one
At
library
least.
in every village. But you should have answered that, well, I believe that whatever money is allocated for libraries should be spent on libraries only. Because libraries are important part of the societies, and there are many parts in the societies and villages where still people do not have the facility, so government should spend the money and open library, at least one library in every village. Do you think libraries should be free or people should pay to use it?
Well, it vary, because if the charge of the if the entry of the library
Entry to the library,
if entry to the library is free, so everyone can
make use of it.
everyone can make use of it. And on the other side, if the entry is free, so
If the entry is not free,
if the entry is not free, so the poor people cannot
will not be able to.
will not be able to get the proper information and education that the library is provided.
The library should have the free entry.
The library should.
If there is what is, if library is not free, the poor people will not be able to make use of it. They will not be able to take benefit of the library. So I believe that libraries should be free so that it should be open for everyone. Okay, this is done, Sunil. Our first part is done, and we will continue with the next one in a short while. Thank you for the first part.
Thank you.